Welcome to this Heartland Journal Election Watch special. I'm your host, and today we cover the historic South Dakota primary results. Let's get started. South Dakota Governor Larry Roden held off a $4 million self-funded insurgency from political newcomer Toby Doden on Tuesday, winning the first primary runoff in the state's history and all but locking up a full term in office. Roden reversed the order of the June 2nd primary, when the Aberdeen businessman stunned the Republican establishment by finishing first. Since no candidate cleared the 35% threshold necessary to win outright, a runoff was triggered. Two figures had been conspicuously missing from the race. President Trump stayed out of it the entire way, declining to endorse either candidate, and former governor and former Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Without the president or former governor, Roden was able to get 71% to Toby's 29%. After all 686 precincts posted their results, Doden came out on top in the four-man race with 31%, followed by Roden with 25%. U.S. Representative Dusty Johnson was third with 23%, and State House Speaker John Hanson fourth with 21%. The statewide voter turnout for the election was 35%. I said we were going to prove them wrong. That's exactly what we're doing, Doden said in Sioux Falls. Clearly, we're in a very good, strong position, and we feel more confident than ever that I'm going to be the next governor of the great state of South Dakota. Roden inherited the job in January 2025, when Kristi Noem left for Trump's Department of Homeland Security. Roden, a rancher and welder from Union Center, has spent 25 years in Pierre, serving in both chambers and as state agriculture secretary. Doden, who ran as a self-declared outsider and called the political establishment corrupt, made his money in car dealerships, real estate, and Bitcoin. Financial disclosures list him as an owner or partner in 24 companies. The money gap was stark. Roden raised just under $600,000 for the primary, but says he pulled in $1.88 million during the runoff. South Dakota's campaign finance law does not require runoff filings, so that figure cannot be independently checked. Roden now faces Democrat Dan Allers on November 3rd. Two Trump-endorsed picks lost their statewide bid earlier this summer, including Randy Feenstra in Iowa and Burt Jones in Georgia, who lost to Rick Jackson. In South Carolina, Trump stepped in with a last-minute dual endorsement of both Alan Wilson and Pamela Yvette in that runoff contest last month after polls showed Wilson was on the cusp of victory. South Dakota is a GOP stronghold that Trump won with over 63% of the vote in 2024. Tuesday's winner is heavily favored to win in November. Larry has a 96% chance of winning, according to real money betting odds. In the Republican primary for U.S. Senate, Justin McNeil was unsuccessful in challenging Rounds, who will now meet Democrat Julian Bodian. The final result gave Rounds a commanding 76% to 24% victory. Betting odds have Rounds with a 99.9% chance. Bodian, a former South Dakota state trooper, community leader, and owner of a family restaurant. Thank you for your service, Julian. For Congress, Marty Jackley defeated James Bialotta, seeking to win the post, now held by Dusty Johnson. The final tally in that race put Jackley at 79% to Bialotta's 21%. Landslide. Jackley said he is aware that many people see Congress as suffering from divisive gridlock, but he has the experience and temperament to get things done. Jackley said he has worked well with Republicans, Democrats, and independents. I feel I've built a level of trust, he said. Trust in D.C., good luck with that. Not a character trait as highly valued as in South Dakota traditionally. Because of a law change that put many local contests on the ballot, the Republican and Democratic primaries included races for sheriff, county auditor, school board, and other county and local offices, as well as nonpartisan contests like mayor and city council. My identity is not tied to a party, Thatch said. I've been an independent all of my life. I think that switching party affiliation is basically switching an administrative category more than anything else. I am very supportive of open primaries, Stroshine said. Guy had to go to the courthouse, re-register ahead of time. Stroshine was a lifelong Democrat before she switched to become a Republican ahead of the runoff. She is already, again, a registered Democrat. South Dakota lost a cumulative total of 4,383 registered Democrats and independents. During that same time, the number of registered Republicans grew by 7,322. All for naught, those changes weren't enough to affect the outcome. The chairs of both parties are not thrilled. I think it's petty to jump back and forth, meddle in another party's operations. We, Jim Eschenbaum, chair of the South Dakota Republican Party, said. We at Heartland Journal agree, meddling is bad. Thanks for listening, and be sure to tune in for our next election special 2026. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment here and on Substack. That way you'll never miss an episode. Thanks for doing it. And share it, please. We only grow with your help. And keep it at free. See you Friday for another 3 and 3. Glory to God. 3 and 3 is a Heartland Journal LLC property. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next episode. 3 and 3 is a Heartland Journal copyright. All rights reserved.